God bless United Church. The only reason I'm here is because you're a friend. Let's see how the good response The only reason I'm here is because you're a friend. You take it now. You guys got more sense.
Maybe after that, have some fun here. Well, if you think making food in an airplane bathroom is fun, then we've definitely got a story about that in just a moment. But first, let's talk about the youngest person to become a lawyer here in California. The youngest person to pass the bar exam in California and become a lawyer is a 17-year-old. His name is Peter Park, and he will be working as a prosecutor in the state. In fact, he's already begun his job as a prosecutor. It's very incredible. So at the age of 18, as his friends were basically finishing eighth grade, Peter Park was starting law school. A year later, he was finishing his freshman year finals by day and then passing his first major law school exam by night. So very serious, he's constantly studying, he's constantly in school. This past July, Park took California's bar exam, and in November, he became the youngest person in state history to pass at 17 years old, beating the previous record holder, who passed at 18. According to the Tulare County District Attorney's Office, where Park now works, his two younger sisters and parents moved with him 3 hours north for the job. On Tuesday, he was actually sworn in, and here he is, being sworn in, and he looks accomplished, proud, and he actively should, considering he is 17 years old and now officially a prosecutor in the state of California.
I'm gonna mix this. On the one hand, look at what you did accomplish. And so, that's a little, I want to make sure that's really you know, when you put in high school, at one time, you're all the time. So, look, is it true that Asian immigrants that come have a hard work culture that emphasizes quality education and working hard? Yes. is that relevant people? Yeah. Okay.
He's like, yeah, why don't you all become a lawyer? Wouldn't it be great if you started practicing law like immediately?
Yeah.
And he said, you know what? Yeah, I think that would be great.
By the way, I don't know if you know if he's Korean or not.
Yeah, he's great.
Korean, I know, because in Korean companies, I have a lot of Korean friends, including my high school that you guys are in. And he was a prosecutor. And being a prosecutor is the highest job. That's your job. That's why he became a prosecutor during security. Many times. My dad highlighted 90 hour test, literally sound. I love it. So now people might say, well, my first one, but the flip side of that is, what if I thought I could get 100 on everything? That's the way of thinking about it. Yeah, and you know what kind of confidence that gives you? You assume 100, and then you work down from there.
We talk about the downside to that as well, Jake, because you and I have privately talked about the downsides of those high expectations as well. So I think it's a mixed bag. It really is nuanced because that kind of thinking stays with you for the rest of your life. And I don't think it's necessarily healthy to be a perfectionist, right? And you get I know that I get very tough on myself. I'm very self-critical. I beat myself up, and I do think that a big reason why is due to that upbringing. But I'm also grateful for that upbringing because it did pressure me to accomplish more and succeed.
Yeah, so that's why I said I am experienced. So, to finish that early part, I went to my son's orientation day. He goes to a public school, and his history teacher gave a speech and said, now remember, don't be satisfied with this C because there's something to a D that could really get them to a point where they get left behind. I'm like, be satisfied with a C? You're goddamn right I wouldn't be satisfied with a C. What is this? This is how, like, is that how other people think that a C is good enough? No immigrant parent would think that. That's heresy. They're beyond all recognition and totally sacrificing their entire childhood. They work mercilessly to either a goal or many goals. And it's interesting because my wife and I were having this conversation last night because she has a friend whose kids are amazing. And so, like, I'm gonna forget about that. Like 6, 7 things.
Yeah, we got it.
Like, poetry was unbelievable, right? You're like, Jesus. And video after video of him, like, being an amazing tennis player, amazing violinist, etc. It's like, see, that's what the kids should do. But I told Kilburn, I said, I don't want you to kick that. I don't mean in violin and tennis and golf. And if you're better at it to please his parents, they're never going to keep up.
It's true, Jake.
Who work hard and do the right things. Guys, as an immigrant myself, and to all the other immigrant parents out there, I don't know if it's worth taking the kids to get them to accomplish things. Doesn't mean you shouldn't have super high expectations. It doesn't mean you shouldn't push them to excel in school and excel at the thing that they love to do. They don't have to do 12 things that
have to say about all of this because, well, why not just wait? When do you have fun? Why didn't you want to get to have the whole high school or college experience? Everyone else is missing out on the law school experience at such a young age.
Okay, that's funny. So, listen, guys, I really don't recommend it. college was great. It was fun. I liked that I took a nap and missed half a rugby practice. I liked that I played basketball and studied for instead of studying for finals. It was a huge part of my life, and it was fantastic. Which leads me to the final point. When you do that to kids, you know, have super high expectations of them, but don't just make them grinders that work themselves into oblivion, because the actual point of life is to be happy. It doesn't mean like happy, I'm not going to do my homework and I'm temporarily happy. It means holistically happy. Fulfillment, appreciation, satisfaction, validation. Yes, happiness, euphoria, bliss, all of those things combined. If you lost track of that because you wanted them to make an extra dollar or to impress your friends or become a lawyer earlier.
Why this is a thing, but it's a thing, and I think social media is to blame for it. Let's get I would rather be on an international flight from like Los Angeles to Thailand, okay, and not eat anything than eat. One wants this.
One of the original co-founders and co-hosts of the Young Turks was Ben Nevis, and he still does shows with us from time to time. And he had a great line about plane bathrooms. He said, "I said, have you ever gone on a plane bathroom?" Because a guy came up in a conversation on one of our shows, old school, and he said, "I would rather be hospitalized than go inside a plane bathroom. There's no way I would ever do it." Okay.
You gotta do it.
Yeah, no, I don't agree with him.
No.
But I don't know how he does it. I don't know what would it take for you to eat that
No, never.
He's like, you couldn't pay him enough money. There isn't anything that you could get him to do to eat that thing. It's all anybody wants to do.
Congratulations.
And so, because if he gets caught with that, or he doesn't.
In Series 2, an immersion beverage heater, one is able to get water scalding hot quickly. By the way, he's doing this on a flight. I don't know if something could potentially go wrong here, but maybe don't do this. Oh, from the disgusting element of it, like, don't do this. This is a bad idea, but let me continue.
There's another reason not to go.
The raw shrimp will only need a few minutes. Adding instant mash to the shrimp water, add some flavor.
Does it?
Garlic butter makes everything go better. And then this is the hashtags. That's the real reason why I'm reading. Hashtag terrible idea. What time? So he seems to acknowledge it's a terrible idea.
Of course, that's what he's doing.
Hashtag shrimp. Hashtag garlic. Okay. Hashtag innovation. Private chef. New idea. Hack. And then splice. Listen, none of this is a good idea. This is not working properly. In fact, you can actually get very sick considering the E. coli situation in that airplane bathroom. Let's get to some details here. So airplane cabins are basically like germ farms. In just 8 hours, just one cell of E. coli can become a colony of more than 12 million cells. Your tray table alone likely has tables contain more than 2,000 colony-forming units of bacteria per square inch. So I have a friend who actually worked as a flight attendant, and this person had disclosed the unsanitary conditions on these flights, and now I literally will not fly unless I have like Clorox wipes in my purse, wipe down the chairs like as much as I can, the trays, I'm so disgusted by all of it. And think about how quickly they do the turnaround, right? The flight comes in, you're about to board, you board within 10 minutes. Really in 10 minutes they're gonna clean that nasty plane? They're gonna disinfect it.
Yeah.
They're gonna disinfect it. Oh, but I have a great idea. Why don't we go into like the nasty urine stained bathroom and make shrimp and mashies. No one wants this. No one asked for it.
Yeah, I have a lot of things to say. I watched the episode of Monk a long time ago. You know, the detective. We all know. And he did this. He's a germaphobe in the show, and he did this like ultraviolet light or something in a hotel room that showed all the bacteria.
So bad.
And it was like one of those things that I was like, I really wish you. Now I can't get it out of my head.
There's sperm everywhere.
Oh, okay. I don't.
But it's true.
I don't.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, and so, and then on a plane, as she was describing all the bacteria on the plane, I was thinking, oh, whatever. I travel all the time, and then I realized, as Anna was talking, wait a minute, it's all the time. So it's like when people say, like, oh, yeah, we people you see throw it all the time back. And they also died when they were 23. So it's not always the greatest idea. So, and people on planes are crazy. So this lady, so I'm traveling so much now. And this lady, I was about to get this coffee out my seat by accident, no problem. And she didn't clean it up.
No, I can't.
Like, well, you're gonna clean it up, right? I just saw you spill it. You're looking at me like.
Do you not understand?
No, I'm trying to understand. I don't necessarily. I agree at times. Oh, here's back to this guy. Here's the other problem with this. Maybe everyone else would. A giant line where the son bitches open up garlic shrimp, go back to potatoes in the bathroom. Okay.
There's one other person who makes a really big point because there are people who are allergic to shellfish just from that sink. Yeah, I mean, if you have like a severe allergy to shellfish and you end up using that bathroom and you get like weird shrimp juice all over yourself.
Yeah, and you put it all over the sink. That's where you would wash your hands and touch it and stuff. Okay, so look, final thing on this guy is that if your mission was to get attention, nice job, mission accomplished. If your mission was to get hired as hashtag private chef, less accomplished.
But I do have a final question for you, Euchre. You weren't here when we covered this story, but there was an incident involving RFK Jr. because he was on a flight and he decided to walk into the plane's bathroom completely barefoot. Let's take a look. We have evidence of this. So that's him walking to the bathroom. But he did walk into the bathroom completely barefoot.
Yeah.
What's more disgusting? The meal that was cooked in that bathroom or walking barefoot into that bathroom?
Oh, Jesus.
Tough.
Look, so no, it's not. It's the meal is definitely worse. But you're nuts to watch. It's kind of, he's working on the theme here.
Yeah.
To be fair to the brother, he is Jack.
Sure, yes. Yeah, I guess he's working on his immune system.
Yeah, maybe. Let no one say we weren't.
All right, that's it. I'm not gonna do the prison story.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a hilarious story from today that I would normally tell on an old school. So, I'm the Jersey Mike's thing. And normally when you tip, they do a ding. They have that thing.
On the cash register?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And if you tip more, like if you tip 15%, they'll do it twice, 20%, they'll do it 3 times. And so.
That's crazy. That's
okay.
crazy.
Okay.
Really serving you. Someone is ringing you up the sandwich that you're going to eat in your car on your way to work.
Kind of, but
okay.
At the same time, I ask for very specific stuff. So
let's
start with this.
Okay.
So I'm a real pain in the ass about it. So I'm happy to tip them. So you know I'm cheap. So anyways, so I tipped. But she walked away to do something else just as I did the tip. Like,
oh my God.
Like milling around, is she gonna come back and ding ding? Because everybody's gonna think that I didn't tip because there's no dinging.
No, good, Jane. Good. You know what I like to do these days? Listen, if I'm sitting at a restaurant and there is a server working hard to serve me, everyone gets at least the state minimum wage. So that's point number 1. I'm tired of it. Jersey Mike's, I'm not tipping. Trust me.
Fuck that.
I felt like Larry David. You should have killed. You should have killed. I gave it to him. You're finally remembering the news things.
Oh my god, yes! Yes! This is the day!
Yeah.
Yes! First of all, they're getting rid of like actual human cashier. It's like checkout.
And not only did I, like, who am I different? Okay? There's like no, and by the way, when you run into trouble, there's nothing you could do. There's no one to help you. And then, like, I've been there where, like, you can't scan the guy, and they're
Yes,
like,
it's a-
and there's no one to help you. And they're like, give the person who wasn't there to help you. Oh, come on, brothers and sisters. So you probably missed it. I probably talked about it.
Okay.
But I mean, they're taking advantage.